Hey guys, welcome to your weekly tarot forecast, week beginning November 16th. I have pulled out the beautiful Hermit card for us, and I think this is so important for us this week. The Hermit speaks about why it's important for us to kind of retreat before we then, bring ourselves back out into the world. And in light of a lot of the events we're seeing around the world over this past weekend, I feel that a lot of us are going to have huge amounts of fear brought to the surface, which is of course very normal, but it's also very scary. And in the face of crisis, whether it's something we do see out in the world or whether it's our own personal experience, there's a real difference between the moment where we react and where we have the opportunity to respond. And there's a middle point there where we can retreat and we can go within, or we can go into community, we can go to a safe place in order to get ourselves back into a responsive place rather than a reaction. So in a world situation like especially that we've seen over the weekend, you can see when we in our face of fear we react. People are can get caught up in the kind of terror porn, the media that's taking us, frantically retweeting things that were actually a year old. Everyone's trying to do something, but it's not making any of us feel better. And it's the same as within your own life when you've got a situation, perhaps you're in an argument with something or an email you've received, or there's a crisis happening, you're feeling unwell. That those reactive things don't usually make you feel any better. They actually often lead us more down the pathway into fear. So what I want you to think about is how can you retreat this week so that you can be more of service to yourself and to the world. Because that's the thing, in the face of fear, whatever capacity, right, everything will pull you in the direction of more fear. Your anxiety about whatever it is you're experiencing, fear holds hands with each other. When you're afraid of one thing in the present, it will pull you back to the last time you were very afraid, or the first time you were ever really afraid. And it's so easy for us to lose our faith and lose our sense of what we're even here for. Is there any love or light left in the world? And that's so normal. And it's that point where we need to really just recognize that we can choose to lean slightly in the other direction. And that's towards self-compassion and compassion towards other people. That's our response, is to be kinder to ourselves. And I've mentioned this before, the more that you approach your own self-awareness and self-empowerment journey, the more you can be of service and the more you're able to be responsive in situations where you're needed. So I'm just saying that for all of us this week, call yourself back home to wherever is a safe place for you, whether it's your meditation or it's, in community. Trauma is healed within community. It's talking and sharing. It's loving harder, love more, love your friends more, love yourself more, do the work on your side of the street, and then you can help others. I will see you next week.